and I had to go this evening to an election party here in Beverly Hills. So let's get started here. What do you think? You know, nobody coming. I don't like repeating myself. I know I'm going to have to do it. All right. Okay, we got somebody here. Thank you for coming. Okay. I don't see your name here, but I want to talk about the elections happening in a lot of states today, but the biggest one is right here in California. Los Angeles mayor race. You got three people running neck and neck. Karen Bass, who's the incumbent. You got this guy Pratt, who's a reality star. I never watched his show, so I don't know anything about it. Uh, so I can't tell you much about him. Guy's never held any office, no administrative job, but he did a great job with AI and promoting himself. And there's another person running, Mayana, Nikki. I can't say her name. Okay? She's taking away votes for Karen Bass. Now, who's going to emerge? I don't know. My personal feelings, and I want you to know, Fawn Shiner, how are you? All right? Good to see you, Fawn, my dear friend there. And folks, when you come in here, please subscribe, like, share, help me out here a little bit. Now, I live in Beverly Hills, okay? So I don't vote for the mayor of Los Angeles. A lot of people think it's all one. No, we're in Los Angeles County, but we are an independent city here in Beverly Hills. All right. Now there are my dear friend Roger Tannenbaum. Uh, just got his just passed the bar. His father was Robert Tannenbaum. He was the mayor 2 times here in Beverly Hills. And previous to that, he was a prosecutor with the district attorney's office in New York. As well, he's an author and wrote over 30 books. Okay? Flow state. Who wrote that up, huh? How do you folks do that? Boy, you're good. I don't know how to do that. All right, Liam Maki. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, April Morgan. How you doing? Okay. Thank you all for coming. And folks, come on. Let's hit that like button. Let's get that like button moving. When one person does it, another starts doing it. We'd like to see you doing that there. Okay. But let's get back. All right. So now there'll be an election party. I'm going at 7:30 this evening over at the Tannenbaum House, which is a few blocks away from me here in Beverly Hills. Oh, I'm more concerned about things that need to be done in the city that I live in, and I'm sure, all right, that you are interested in things in your city. But as Los Angeles is so close, just a few blocks away, okay? And you could tell driving the roads. Here in Beverly Hills, the roads are all smooth, finished nicely, no bumps in the road. As soon as you leave Beverly Hills, in either direction, you are in Los Angeles, it's bump, 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 bump. Okay? Keep hitting that like. I appreciate it. All right. PVT is new here. Thank you for coming. I hope you subscribe. I'm talking about the elections basically here in California. Okay, the mayor's election. You got this reality star. They say he was a star. I don't know. Anybody here ever heard of him before he ran for mayor? Okay, let me know because I never heard of him. All right, and the other big one is the governor's race. You have on the Republican side, you got Steve Hilton, who was used to be on Fox News. Oh, by the way, Donald Trump endorsed both Pratt and Steve Hilton. But the other two people, you got this billionaire Tom Steyer, who actually seems pretty good. He's a Democrat. And then you got Becerra. I can't say his name, but he was worked in the Biden administration. All right, he's been around politics all his life. And quite honestly, folks, I'm going to tell you something. This is my opinion. I don't give a shit who wins because none of them are going to do anything. All right? They're going to get in there and they're going to start robbing whatever they could from us, the taxpayers. Because I'm convinced, after spending 81 years on this earth so far, and I hope to go many more years, okay? I'm convinced they're nothing but crooks. All right? Crooks, they lie, deceit. Once they get into office, things change. They might tell us they want to do things. They want to do changes. They're going to lower the rent. Come on. Seriously? You think the mayor of a city is going to get your rent lowered? They don't own where you live. So forget that there. It's never going to happen. Kevin, I am 1 year older than Trump. Okay, Trump will be 80 years old on the 14th of June this month. Okay, 12 more days. He's got a birthday. Okay, so send him something nice. Okay, the poor guy don't have no money. Uh-huh. He's only made $3 or $4 billion since he's been in office. Do you see what I mean? Okay? And what I'm saying, folks, is all backed up. Google it, okay? Find out for yourself. Come on, you stop hitting that like button, folks. Keep hitting that like button, all right? And subscribe, okay? You know, folks, I think I'm one of the very few people who do a show, come here, give you content, tell you the truth, I tell you my feelings, and I can't grow my station, my channel, you know? But those who lie, the people who lie, they get 50, half a million views like nothing. Why is it that everybody's so much in the listening and liking people who lie to you? Right? Somebody said this is like spending time with grandpa. Yeah, you can call this here. All right? Yeah, politicians, some start with good intentions. Okay, thank you for that there. All right? They do. But let's take our Congress, for example. A new congressman gets voted in, goes to Washington, D.C. You know the first thing that he has to do? They give him a slip of paper. This is true. Check me out. All right? Give him a piece of paper with a number. And then they tell him, go down the block, and they have an office set up where these congressmen get on the phone and they have to raise money. Yeah, okay? That's the very first thing they got to do. On what? There could be a number on that piece of paper 1 million, 2 million, whatever the number is, they got to get on the phone until they raise that money. And then they get to be on one of uh, the panels that they have, for different things. The polls close here at 8 o'clock. Well, I think they close everywhere. 8 o'clock this evening. It's only 5:30 here. Uh, so we got 2.5 hours more, and the polls close. Okay, now I told you about my friend Roger Tannenbaum. He's running for councilman here in Beverly Hills. I hope he wins, but he's having a party nonetheless, and I'll be going to it. Okay? All right? Libavo. All right? Am I saying that right, my friend? Ask me, what was life before the internet? You know, I wish for you young people that you could have grown up the way I did and have enjoyed this world the way that I did without the internet, without cell phones. All right? They have ruined our country. They're ruining you. They're ruining me. Okay? Now, unlike a lot of other people who come to you and lie on YouTube, I don't make any money here. I don't make money on all right? Any of my social media. TikTok, I got over 85,000 subscribers. I don't make one red penny. Is that it? Red penny? One single nickel. I don't make nothing there. All right? Instagram, 65,000. I'm trying to get 20 to 17,000 here, and I'm about 70 short. So please subscribe and like. Let's see. Was Bush said, good news is earthquake has been predicted by Somali scientists called Avi Rabi. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, my friend. Okay, we're not talking about earthquakes. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, the internet, you've heard me say it a million times, is destroying the world. First of all, it took away the communication skills. People don't know how to communicate. Kids go to school. Watch kids go to school, folks. Okay, let's begin with the kids. Okay? Let's begin with them. Watch your children, your grandchildren, watch when they go to school and they're walking to school. 4 or 5 in a group, okay? They will all be on their cell phones. They don't talk to each other. And when they get a break, they're on their cell phone. They're probably on their cell phone while they're in school, while they're in class. I wouldn't doubt it, okay? And I'm talking kids, 12, 13 years old. Okay, if you're a parent, and if I was a parent today, I am a parent, by the way, but my children are all older. And my grandchild, my youngest grandchild, is 23 years old. Okay? But I would not give if I was a younger married person with children today, I would not allow them to have a telephone until they were 18 years old. All right? I would have them at the dinner table for dinner every single night so they could talk. I would teach them conversation. My children are all respectful young kids. Okay? There you are, Mandy. Where you been? Sleeping? Everybody say hi to Mandy. I know she's been busy. Harry, your kids are all in college. I know. Hey, God bless you, my friend. Okay? Somebody asked me from Germany earlier, what advice do I have? I always tell people to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And, maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree. Huh? That's, uh, Agent Orange, that's great. Congratulations. Okay, you're teaching that child the correct thing. Killer, I served in the military proudly for 3 years, 1963 to 65. I'm not a draft dodger like our president was. Okay, no, I wasn't like that. Yeah, it's been pretty respectful, Mandy. Yeah, I noticed the later I come on, I don't get all those trolls. What do you think it is, folks? You think it's too late for them and they're out drinking already? Okay, I do a live show in the morning. Oh my God, you ought to see the trolls that come in here. Now, come on, folks, keep hitting that like button. Subscribe. Okay? Thank you for the respect, Killer Cross. I appreciate that. Okay? I tell you from the Marine Corps, thank you for your service, my friend. Huh? Hmm. Very good, Agent Orange. Everybody know Agent Orange? I don't think he ever misses his show. There's a guy that's very loyal. And I want you to know, Agent Orange, I respect that there. We got a lot of loyal people that come here to watch me. Good people, respectful people. And that's all I want. If you're respectful, then this is the channel you should be watching. Okay? I talk about many different topics because, hey, I've done a lot of things in my life. And 81 years. I mean, so I got a lot of wisdom that I hope that I could offer to you folks and that it helps you in some way. If I help one person, when I wrote my book, The Accidental Gangster from Insurance Salesman to Hollywood Fixture, in my book I said, if I help one young person stay out of a life of crime, my book would be worth it. Folks, I help many young people stay out of a gang, get out of gangs, study, find a trade that they like. It's not all about college today, okay? Because you know what? People are always going to need plumbers, electricians. If you want to buy my book, Mandy just posted where you can go to purchase my book, and I would appreciate it. Okay, folks, we're stuck at 41 likes. Could we get 9 more likes? Get me to 50? Okay. I normally ask for 100, but I'm not going to stay here that long at all. Okay. So I just wanted to come in and tell you, all right, how many people we got from California here? Do we have anybody from California? And see, Carol Lee, you want to bring in politics? You want to know who I voted for? I don't hide it, Carol Lee. I voted for Donald Trump, okay? But I don't give a shit who I vote for. If they screw up, I'm going to stand tall and call them out on it. This guy has done not one freaking thing that he said he closed the border. Forgive me, he closed the border. All right? He's destroyed the world's economy. Okay? I voted for him. Yes, I did. I don't hide nothing and I don't lie, folks. Okay? Thank you, Harry Thompson. I appreciate that. Getting these people to hit that fucking like button. You know, you can hit the thumbs down if you don't like me. Okay? Huh? Hit the thumbs down. I don't care which one of them you hit. Hit something. Just don't be a lazy ass. Okay? Oh, I'm judging him for not going to war? No. I'm judging him for what he screwed up. He was a draft dodger with his feet. Well, he's got problems with his feet now. Okay? Boston Bill, how are you? What's going on in Boston? Great city, folks. Boston. All right? If you've never been to Boston, you got to get there. All right? They got great restaurants, great food, great people. It's an awesome place. But go in the summertime. All right? Don't go in the winter. Oh boy. You know, we got a lot of great cities in this world. Another one I like, Philadelphia. Great restaurants in Philadelphia. Uh, what am I going to tell you? You know, folks, people ask me, where's the best Italian restaurant? You want to know where they are? Utica, New York. Utica, New York has got some of the best restaurants you could imagine. Okay? Real authentic. Thank you, Bon White. Bon White, I appreciate it. I mean, what's respect? I did hit the like button. Everybody else hit the like button. There, you got Bon White telling you to hit the like button. Okay, we got the 50. Hey, bravo. All right. Well, we did something. You know, this morning I was on. I don't know what happened. I'm talking. The thing had 50 something people were in the room. I call it in the room. They were watching my chat. Okay, and all of a sudden it was zero. Now I saw people in the chat room chatting. I'm talking and they weren't hearing me. I don't know what happened this morning. I still can't figure it out, Mandy. But I listened to the post. The post came up. I'm talking, all right, so anybody want to see it, all right, they could replay. Hit the replay button on that there show today. So, anyways, folks, who do I think is going to win? I think Californians are so brainwashed. Okay, all right. Hello, Ice Monkey. Good to see you. Thank you. You love my book. There's somebody wrote my book, read my book, folks. Mm. I don't know why today I had to take a nap, and I'm still tired. All right. Can't figure out why. But I'm gonna have to jump in the shower, get ready to go. Want to come here? Hey, if you're new, double tap your screen. Like and subscribe. Hmm. Thank you for explaining that. I appreciate that. Okay? Oh, Dialing, California's the worst. Okay? They're like addicts. You know? Keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. Isn't that what an addict does? All right? Best pizza, Utica, New York, Mandy. Actually, my son had just had three of them shipped out. It was very expensive, too. Okay? There's nothing positive going on in the news. You watch the news, you see what's going on. We're in a war. We can't get the truth of what's going there. And then you wonder why. I don't give a shit, but I do. I do. You know why I care, folks? Not for me, okay? I care for your children, your grandchildren. What kind of world are they going to be coming into? Okay? Will they even talk? This AI, this AI scared the shit out of me. I don't know about you, but the things that this is capable of doing, okay? You know, I was at the hospital over here, Cedar Sinai. And you got a freaking robot delivering food, okay? Can you imagine that, folks? The jobs that is taken away from the average person who needs that job? For those who don't know anything about me, when I got out of the Army, under the GI Bill, I went to college. I took college courses at Syracuse University. One of the courses I took was economy, okay, economics. You know what I learned back then? And I'm talking 1967. 1967. That when our forefathers, when this country began, our economic system was set up for two classes of people, the rich and the poor. No middle class. No middle class, folks. I, through my years of experience of living, I saw the middle class coming about. I saw women going to work, okay? I remember when if you saw one car in a driveway, the family was lucky to have one car. Next thing you know, you drive by as the times change, and there was two cars, one for the husband, one for the wife. And then as years went on and they had children, there'd be three or four cars in the driveway. The husbands, the wife, and cars for the children. That's all middle class. That was two incomes. Today, a family with two incomes cannot survive. Keep hitting that like, folks. Subscribe, like. I'm sorry I got to tell you all the time, but if I don't tell you, you don't do it. Huh? Harry, your father was West Point. You read my book. I was selected to go to West Point in the Army. That's another story for another time. Uh, yeah, woman going to work, Carolee, I agree, was the start of breaking down the family. You know, Family should be like this. Family should be like this, bro. We had to be at home for dinner every single night. I don't care what we were doing, where we were. We had to be home at that dinner table every night and eat as a family. And folks, my mother didn't just cook for my father and her children. She had 6 children, by the way. Okay? She cooked. My grandparents and my aunts and uncles lived next door. My mother cooked for 13 people every night. And we were all around that table. Yeah, not today. You're lucky if the parents will make you a lunch because parents can't wait to get to fucking work. They gotta work in order to put any food in the refrigerator at all. That's the kind of country we're living in. Okay? And I got, folks, you all know me. I stood up for abused women. Okay? I still do. I've spoken at many abused women events that they had. Okay? I respect women. I respect what they're doing. All right? I love what they're doing, how they're things that they're accomplishing. Women are much smarter than men. Yeah, men, you're not going to like me hearing that. Okay? Take it from a guy that's had more women in his life than he could ever count. Okay? But I respect them. Much smarter than we are. Are you kidding me? Who's that? Is that my friend from Russia? It's your birthday today, man Kappa. Happy birthday. Everybody wish. My friend from Russia. You're from Russia, right? Yeah, my friend from Russia. Okay, watching me all the time. Huh? Wish him a happy birthday. Happy birthday, my friend. I hope you have many more. Yeah, women see things that we don't. My mother saw things in me and each one of her children that none of us saw. My mother knew ahead of time I was going to be a gangster. If you watched my show a few weeks ago, it was my mother who gave me the book, The Life Story of Lucky Luciano. Okay? She said, here, read about your friends. Right. I'll never forget that. Jason Bender, I'm not sure about that there, but you're probably correct, okay? All right? Now we're getting birthday wishes for my friend in Russia. Thank you, folks. So, folks, I could talk on a various level, a lot of different subjects. I'd like you to leave me a comment, please, or some of the things that you want to hear from me. Okay, I know you all like to hear the gangster stuff. All right, all right. They don't want people to retire. Who could retire, Mandy? People can't retire today. Inflation is skyrocketed. Okay, prices are the highest we've ever had. Our economy is in the dumps. Let's forget it. Not even talk about gas. And I don't care what price they put on gas. Don't think it's going to come down to what it was years ago. It's not going to happen, folks. Don't think that for a moment. They'll tell you that. Trump will come out, they're going to plummet. okay, and his whole cabinet come out and say the same thing. All right? It's not going to go down, folks. It'll go down a little, but he has no control over the oil companies. All right? Come on, folks. 62 likes. Let's keep hitting that like button, okay? And if you don't like me, here again, I don't mind. Hit the thumbs down button. Hit something, folks. Okay? You're in here listening to me, okay? I was going to come here just for a few minutes to talk. I've been here almost an hour now. Yeah, Harry, people can't retire today. Stacy Stokes. There's my girl, Stacy. How are you, honey? Stacy in Florida. Okay? Great to see you. Come on, folks. Just get me to 70 likes now. Okay? Only four more people. Do we have 4 likes or 4 dislikes? Whatever you want. Let's do it. Okay? Come on. Let's do it together. Hit that like button. Boom, 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 boom. They say it's supposed to help me. And folks, like I said, I'm very honest. I tell you everything. All right? I made $127. $127 I made on YouTube. So don't think I'm into this for the money because I'm not. Okay? AI Squill, read my book and find out if I was a real gangster or not. Alright? Carolina Escape, new to the channel. Thank you for coming in. Doltrons, hit that thanks button. I appreciate that, my friend. You know, if a lot of people ask me, how do you give thanks? Okay? There's a button down there, right? A money button or a dollar sign. Is that how they do it, my friend? Okay? Is that how they do it? Uh, anyway, there's a way, and I want to thank Dualtrons. You just sent me 1999. I appreciate that, my friend. God bless you. Get this month started off here. Okay? All right, folks, 2 more likes, and we'll be at 70. I love this evening crowd, Mandy, don't you? I love the people who come here in the evening. All right, they're awesome people. I want to thank you all for coming here. All right, tomorrow is Wednesday, and I will be back again with some story about something. There'll be some news that you're going to have to hear about, okay? And I'm the guy that's going to bring it to you. And I bring it to you raw. I tell you just like it is, all right? I don't flour it, okay? All right, one more like. We'll be at 70. Come on, let's hit that like button. One person. Can you do it? All right, 6. There we go. We're at 70. Oh, not bad, huh, Mandy? All right, 70 likes. I'll take it. All right. Well, folks, look, I'm going to jump in the shower and get ready to go to this event for, I'll be with the politicians of Beverly Hills. And I'm going to tell you something, like I tell you all the time. I got to get parking tickets away. I need somebody to be able to fix parking tickets because they're very expensive here in Beverly Hills. So, folks, you all have a great evening. All my love and respect to you all. God bless.